Welcome to another episode of Pure Bliss and Balance, a place to help you and your family have your most resilient and happy life. I'm your host, Jennifer, and today we're going to talk about the importance of exercise and why it's so important to incorporate it into our daily practice so that we can live our most resilient and happy life. So let's get started. Exercise can mean different things to different people, and ultimately, it's an activity that we do that supports our health and well being. It can look like activities such as walking, swimming, doing a variety of sports, as a few examples. There are many more. What's important, though, is that you choose an exercise or activity that allow you to work on a level of fitness that is suited to your particular needs. And what that looks like is it's dependent on a variety of things like your health status, whether you're a beginner or an advanced exercise expert, for instance. Also, things like your age. These all play a factor in the types of activities that you might choose so that you can maintain safety overall. Because we all know someone who's the weekend warrior and they've injured themselves or done a little too much too quickly, which can be a deterrent and can be actually dangerous to their overall health and well being. And that's not what we're looking at here. We're looking at being mindful in our life so that we can decide on a mindful exercise regime that can be easily implemented into our lives and give us optimal positive results overall. So you need to look at who you are as an individual and not necessarily look at those cookie cutter templates that some might choose to use, because cookie cutter templates are not the safest nor the best outcomes for us, because we're all individuals after all. What's important is that we're incorporating an activity with rhythmical patterns into the practice, and we're performing that activity for long periods of time to reap the benefits so that we start to change our breathing patterns where we're breathing deeply but not gasping for air for longer periods of time, and ultimately help improve our health and well-being as a result. So this can look like things like walking, swimming, biking, a variety of different sports, just to name a few examples. Some people love to dance as another example. So there are many options out there. The important thing is that you consider activities, and it is good to mix it up as well. And find those activities that you enjoy, that you love, so that you can incorporate them into your lifestyle and find joy in the experience. And this will create momentum and encourage you to keep up these activities in your daily practice and your weekly practice so that you can gain those benefits long term. Exercise helps the mind, body, and spirit. And when you incorporate the element of community or social interaction, it just further enhances the benefits because it helps increase the happy hormones in our brain and our bodies. It actually helps us feel better, gives us more energy, more resilience, and it enhances our well-being. So we have a greater sense of satisfaction and joy throughout our day. Another benefit is, for example, through physical aspects, it helps increase bone density, it strengthens our muscles, and it also helps us have more flexibility and quality of life. And of course, it helps build our cardiovascular system, strengthening our heart and lungs, which ultimately helps with brain health, body health, and so on. There's a whole discussion on this, but it gives you a general idea of the many benefits exercise can bring. Now, the other thing we want to consider with exercise at this point then is another benefit, which is so key in our world, especially now more than ever with these unprecedented times. And it's the element of exercise being able to help support our immune system and strengthen it so that we have a more resilient immune system to be able to fight off diseases. So having said that, who doesn't want an opportunity to empower themselves and help their bodies be as strong and as healthy as possible? We want a regular routine. So if you're not able to do it, you want to work up to that. And that's where you start to gain the most benefits. Because the reality is, if you kind of just work on it for 1 week and forget about it for two, your body digresses. All the benefits you had gradually get lost. So you want to keep up the momentum. Now, We all live busy lives, and it might be a challenge to keep up momentum. So, there are ways to make it more exciting and more fun and easily more accessible in your life. If you don't have long periods of time in your day, consider breaking it up into little chunks throughout the day. And you'll find that that cumulative effect throughout your day and then throughout your week will give you those benefits in the long run. So, what that might look like is perhaps doing 5 or 10 minutes of activity in the morning, and then consider doing 5 or 10 minutes of activity in the afternoon, and then repeating that in the evening. You can see how that can accumulate throughout the day. And if you repeat this every day, you get this beautiful momentum going forward, and you're keeping up the momentum so that your body starts to see these wonderful adaptations and positive results overall, which look like more energy. Your body composition might change, your waist might get slimmer, inches might get smaller. These are just some examples, again, of the many benefits. But ultimately, you also just feel better, as we mentioned earlier. And that's one of the things that you notice right away when you start to incorporate exercise on a regular basis. So, going back to the safety aspects of exercise, always seek the advice of a medical practitioner before you proceed on any activity, any new activity, or increasing activity that you are looking to do before you get started, so that you set yourself on the right path and you do it safely, so there's no injury involved. Because if you get injured, then you're again digressing, right? So all the benefits that you're hoping to achieve will then be set back much further. So we always want to start off slowly and start off on the right foot by seeking medical attention and guidance first, and then moving ahead from there. There are other professionals you can also seek advice from: personal trainers, fitness instructors, and so on, just to name a few, health coaches as well. And it's so key because remember, we are all individuals with individual needs. Cookie cutter is not a good way to go. Ultimately, if we want safe and healthy results and most effective results in the long run. And that's where we want to also incorporate the social element as well to further support you in that positive momentum of health and well being when you move forward with these strategies. So, by adding an element of accountability and support with a partner, a buddy, a loved one, you are adding an element of further success, because this will help you on those days where you are not feeling like you want to work out or exercise. And by having that extra accountability, it just helps you stay on the right path. It also makes it more enjoyable and more fun when you're able to do an activity with others as well. That social interaction piece is so integral in building community and a resilient life. That is my tips and tricks for you today in terms of considering adding exercise into your day, into your week on a regular basis. And when you start doing this, you gain that positive momentum forward. It becomes part of a mindful lifestyle, a mindful way of living, so that we can all live a more resilient and happy life. Having said that, if you liked our discussion today, please make sure to subscribe to our channel below, click that like button, and feel free to share, because we look forward to sharing more tips and tricks with you and your family. Thanks for joining in. We look forward to seeing you again real soon. Until then, take care, be well. Bye for now.